Hello, officers. Welcome to our series on Know Your Service. So, this is the second episode. In the first session, we discussed about the Indian Administrative Service, which is IAS. And now we are going to decode the Indian Police Service, which is IPS. Okay. So, this is a service that doesn't just demand intelligence, but incredible courage and integrity. So, see, because this service gives you the power to protect and the command to lead such kind of authority, you will be getting an opportunity to serve justice. So let's understand what makes IPS not just a job, but a uniform that actually speaks authority. See, if you look at the constitutional status, legacy, or what is IPS, the Indian Police Service is one of the All India service which comes under the three All India services alongside IAS and IFOS, the Forest Service. So three All India services: IAS, IPS, and IFOS, which is the Indian Forest Service. So it's constituted in 1948 under Article 312, and that actually replaced the British era Imperial Police. So IPS officers are the leaders of the Indian police forces, and they manage the law enforcement, crime control, counter terrorism, insurgency, VIP security, intelligence operation, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. So IPS is not just about, wielding power. It's about upholding the law and order and the constitutional values even under fire. So a very important position, very important job, and you get that authority, but of course the responsibility is also always there. The authority comes with great responsibility, right? Now, if you look at the recruitment and the cadre allocation, normally recruited, of course, through the UPSC civil service exam. But apart from that, conferred IPS is there, which is like the conferred IAS that I'm not discussing here. Direct entry is what we are discussing. And once you have been selected through the civil service exam, and then the cadres will be allotted, just like IAS. So I've already discussed about that, the cadre allocation policy of 2017 through the zonal preferences. And once you are allotted your cadre, you got the cadre, you got the state, you as an IPS officer serve within the state police, and also you get the chance for deputation to central forces, or by chance you got some other state than your home state, you may get a deputation for 5 years to come to your state also. So you can go for central deputation, you can get a deputation to your state also if you're not getting your state, if you want to. Okay, and then apart from that, you'll get you can get into central forces during deputation like CBI, RO, and then IB, NIA, NSG, right? All these, which means IPS, opens the door to India's most elite investigative and anti-terror, to the counter-terror units as well. So these are your opportunities. Now, if you look at the training part, it will be at SVPNPA, that's Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Police Academy. So the which is at Hyderabad. So that's one of the toughest and most disciplined academies in the country. And the training also, you'll be going through a rigorous but very good training process, and that will help you to improve mentally, physically, and in all dimensions. So there will be weapon handling, there will be live firing, unarmed combat, martial arts. You will be studying the law, Indian Penal Code, CRPC, and now things have changed. So based on that, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhidhi and all those things you'll be studying. You'll be studying about cybercrime, forensic, counterterrorism, and all, and then combing operations, jungle warfare, hostage negotiation. All these will be, learned, and you will be matured over there. So the training basically transforms that aspiring IPS officer into a commanding officer once you are out of that, and you will be ready for both rural rights and international diplomacy also. So if you look at the roles and responsibilities, see, IPS officer is a commander, but again, if you see commander both in uniform and as well as in administration. So the key roles: first, you'll be starting as, of course, ASP, and then SP. So that's the head of the district law and order. So SP is the head of the district law and order, and then DIG, IG, DGP, they lead the entire zone or range or the state. DGP is the state, IG is the range, and then DIG, there is a zone. So district, and then zone, then the range, and then the state, of course. Okay. So your role is basically to maintain that public peace, and prevent and investigate the crimes. So law and order is very important, and manage elections, manage protest, communal harmony, managing religious rights, managing floods also. During that time also you'll have to, in fact, all the disasters you will have to manage. and work with intelligence agencies to counter terror, and all these will be coming under the responsibilities. It's like unlimited, so there is no point in me talking about responsibility, because it just keep on evolving, and it will be more and more and more depending upon the situation. So you will also have to work closely with the district collector. If you choose IAS or IPS, remember, you are in fact teammates in administration, one in uniform. Again, both are equally important. Again, the career progression and the central opportunities. If you see the career progression, again, like in IAS case, we have a typical ladder. 1-2 years, it is an ASP, Assistant Superintendent of Police, and 3 to 6 years, that's when you will be, SP, the head of the district, Superintendent of Police, and then 6 to 14, that's the Deputy Inspector General, DIG, and then 15 to 20, it's IG, and 20 plus, it's additional DG, so ADGP, and then 25 plus, it will be like a DGP, and then the state police chief. That's how you can also head CBI, IB, RO. You can become DG of CRPF, BSF, NSG, etc. And yes, IPS officers have gone on to serve as governors also, ambassadors also, heads of commissions, and even the union ministers also. So again, my point is the career also, the progression is like a ladder, and the roles are unlimited. The scope is also huge. You can serve in different areas. Now, if you look at the power, perks, and also the risk, let's be honest about the ground reality. If you see the power, you command over thousands of armed personnel, that's there, and you have the power to detain, investigate, and maintain the law and order. You will be leading the operations, you'll be using sections 144, you will be enforcing IPCC, RPC, etc. And if you look at the perks, uniform prestigious there, that's more important. The government resident, staff, gunmen, and all, you'll get fast-paced promotions in some states. Again, you have that influence, the public respect, and the central deputation options. All these are again the perks as an IPS officer you'll be getting. But of course, risk is there. Frequent transfers will be there. Physical threats from criminals, extremists, mafias, mental stress from public scrutiny and the pressure. Politician also have some impact on you, pressure on you. But as I always say, if you want to sleep peacefully at night, thank a good cop, right? So IPS is about being that good cop. So that much responsibility you have as an IPS officer, and that much respect also you will be getting from the public. So if you want to know about the real heroes, that I don't want to discuss too much about that. Kiran Bedi, everybody know, first woman office IPS officer, prison reforming, and Max SA awardee, and all these things you might be know. Ajit Doval, IPS turned NSA, and India's top spy and strategic brain, if you see. Rakesh Maria, and then Giulio Ribeiro. So all these are very famous police officers and IPS officers and the real heroes. So see, IPS officers are not just law enforcers; they are national protectors. So that's again showing that kind of importance that post have. Okay, now who should choose IPS? IPS is a right choice if you are someone, or those who love the field action more than desk jobs, secretary level jobs and all. Brave hearts with clarity of purpose and emotional strength, and aspirants who are passionate about justice, security, and discipline. Leaders who don't fear standing alone when it matters most. If you are any one of this category, you can definitely go for IPS. And if you want to lead from the front, if you want to uphold the law under pressure, and wear your authority with humility, IPS is calling you. So that's all what I want to discuss. Remember, guys, IPS is not just about khaki and the caps. It's about earning every thread of your uniform through integrity and duty. So you could be one, restoring peace after the riots, or saving lives during terrorist attack, or standing firm when politicians or criminals test your morals. You're not just enforcing the law; you are the law in action. So that's it. I hope you got a very good idea about what the service is all about. That's the objective of the series. Next, we will talk about IFS, the foreign service. So that's the India's voice on the global stage. So if you like this lecture, share it with your friends who you wish to become an IPS officer. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.